Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. John, the Farming Up the Hill. Today we're going to be working on the mobile duck house. As you can see, we had a tarp on this, which we knew was a temporary setup, but it's pretty much shot. So I'm going to work on today taking this down and replacing it with some 12 mil plastic and wiggle wire. We're going to change how we're doing. Get these back in. Like, this is all coming off. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty much destroyed. Wind up here, but these old blue tarps just aren't worth the dime. I mean, they do okay temporarily, but that's normally short-lived. So anyway, we're going to get started on taking this all apart. Try to position it so you might be able to see something. Try to save all our screws. We'll probably end up using all these end pieces around here. Because I haven't figured out a better way yet. I'm sure there is. We'll keep a hold of them. I'll probably have to go get a ladder. Hopefully we can get this thing detached and get everything back together to reattach it. Guard! We'll have a little better setup than what we had before, which will be nice for the ducks. These are laying ducks, and they really don't like to lay if they don't feel secure. So I'm sure with all the flapping around and all that, they've not enjoyed life very much. So see if we can get some of this stuff down and start taking a lot of this apart. So we're in better shape. We have some sides on here that kind of bring it over here and let you see it a little bit. Put it down here. Focused a little bit maybe. Alright, so there's panels, which there's three. There's three of them across here. And this is just to block the wind. We'll probably take some of these off just so we can let some heat out. These things can get pretty warm sometimes. And we put them back on in the wintertime in order to keep the wind and the cold and stuff coming out of there. This was makeshift. It wasn't my best work by any means, but we'll continue on working on things. So, yes. Kind of interesting how we do things. So the hard part sometimes is just finding the screws, because they go through here. And I think this one actually got roped over and it's covering the screw. So we'll do the other side and then we'll come back to it. All right, well, looks like we get a little more repair. Looks like we got to do fixing a few more spots. There's always something to repair on the farm. Fencing, houses, you name it. There's always something. We're going to cut this. So then we can have less to deal with. No good anyway. There's not much ability of repurposing it. It's in pretty bad shape. So this will help us find the screws and some of the other stuff that we got under here so we can get this opened up. This was one of the first ones or second ones we did. So we need to get, which we did get, bigger staples to be able to staple this down and repair it. So sometimes it's hard to find where the screws are. So there's one in here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. That's right there. There we go. Got that tore down. We can get this out of the way. Discard of it properly. Continue on looking at the rest of this. We'll try to get that. Get the staples over here. We'll probably add some in. As you can see, there's a little bit of a groove down here that we need to get this set in. And we hammer it in, so it looks like we got about 3 panels. Go to the other side. Kind of show you what it should look like. Right where the groove is, you can see the staples, but a lot of these are started coming out, so we'll put those back in and go from there. Anyway, looks like it's battery changing time, so we'll switch out the battery and we'll go from there. We're working on the deck house. Going to put new film over it so they're protected. This is the first time we're going to use wiggle wire and channel to put it on. So I got to trim it off, and then we'll get started on that. Just use a hacksaw. I'm going to cut a little short of what this is, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we got the channel cut. Now we're going to take we got to put some protection on there, which is part of an old hose to go around the edge so it rides on that. We'll go to the other side, we'll unfold the film, hook the wiggle wire on, and then we'll throw it over, hook the wiggle wire on the other side. So let's get started with that. Come on. Much easier. And you got help. He's pretty good with the animals. He's not real good when he works on projects. Sometimes the hardest part is just to unravel in here. Trying to find the answer. Anyway. Up. No.
Okay, so what's this plan here, Stanley?
What?
How do we do this?
Grab a hold of this end so we can undo this. They actually printed this side up, so that side has to go over.
Okay.
There's the upside and the downside, which I didn't
Nice.
do before.
Well, we haven't ordered this before.
Did with Sharing Days. I don't remember seeing him set this side up. So, we'll start by just making sure you have it. Come this way just a hair.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm going to do this because I was anticipating something else. Should we just try to throw it over?
Talk to the people.
Huh? Alright guys, we're just going to try to lay this over. We didn't have this side up before, so we're going to drape it over so then we can connect one side and we'll get the other side. With my lovely assistant, probably need ladders.
I don't know.
Huh?
I'm super tall. Let's not do this. Stop. Put it down. There's a pokey one right inside there. I don't want to poke a hole in before we do it.
Well, exactly. How do we get a pokey one?
I don't know. This one. Because it broke.
Oh, it's an old one.
Yeah, I think it's off. That side.
Anything else?
That would have sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, start at the beginning over instead of having that all in now.
Alright guys, what we're going to do is we're going to drape this over and then we'll start installing wiggle wire. Once my lovely assistant has time to give me a hand. Hold on.
So there's pokey stuff there too.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hold it. I don't know how the heck this got all messed up, but it is.
Alright, so I think we should pull from there.
Okay guys, we'll put the wiggle wire. We got the film so we could tack it down. There'll be more because when I purchased this I had to purchase it in case we didn't like the wiggle wire, doing it a different way. And up here you try to get stuff done when you can because
the wind's coming.
The wind is a-coming. You get it?
One hand. Okay guys, bye.
And then just like it says, you just get it in there and you wiggle it around. And it locks it in this channel, which is way easier than what we did before. We used 1x2 and rolled it up and did all kinds of crazy stuff. So we don't do that this time. It goes a lot faster.
And 2 people can do it.
And 2 people could do it. So I'm loving it so far. I'm gonna grab another wiggle wire.
Yep. You're it.
The end here is a little rough. Oh, all right, we got the first one in. You might do a little close-up of it.
Yeah, this is way better. We'll go show you what we did before.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched those videos.
Yeah, they were something special. Took a lot more people, and
this is more money.
yeah, these things are a little more expensive by all means, but I think it might be better secured.
It didn't, well, and the other way we did it, we ended up putting holes in the
Yes,
in the
we had to drill.
plastic because we were drilling.
Yeah, we had to drill through it. And doing stuff of that nature. So. Of course, the real trick will be,
How does it hold up?
how does it hold up? That's right. Does it do a good job? Everything's always an experiment. New stuff comes out, you try it. If it sounds good, talk to some people, see what happens. This isn't new technology, new to us.
We do have some friends who use it, and they
Yes.
like it a lot.
And they liked it, so that's the reason I decided to give it a shot.
I'll go down there and hold that.
So far, I would say it's super easy to install, except for this last little piece. If you got strong fingers, you're in good shape. All right. And these, now we purchased them, they came in 6-foot sections, if I remember right. What's your order? Okay, then we just gotta get, you wanna grab the cutters?
Yeah.
We don't want to cut it. It's out and about. This is much thicker film, so this is a 12 mil woven, designed for that. Plus it blocks out a percentage of the light, so that's nice. It also stops, it's not real condensation. The original plastic we used, like in the brooder house, had condensation problems, which would drip. So this supposedly doesn't do that. It's way thicker. We used 6 mil before. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Hand the other one.
That's why we have options.
That's right. One doesn't work, try the next one. Oh, that didn't work either. Come on, baby. Gosh.
Maybe not. I'll go get some rail cutters.
Go get some real cutters.
Right. no more fucking ducks.
All right, guys. Well, I thought that stuff wasn't going to be that strong, but apparently it is. So Amy's going to run and grab a different set of cutters. I just happen to have some easy and handy to go with. Clean this off a little bit. We got a little dust on us. All the ducks are down there enjoying it. Got to get the pool filled. We do have a little more work to do. I got to put a center support in here. Every once in a while, we get, most of our snow is powder. It just, you know, when you go skiing, you want that nice powder they always talk about. Well, a few times the last couple of years, we got a really heavy wet snow. And it clung, it was just on there and made the centers collapse on all the houses a little bit. I had to come out and try to get it off, and it was hard to get off, even when it was snowing. So, anyway, we'll put center supports and do that. Like say the powdery snow just blows off of it. We get lots of drifts with the powdery snow. A lot easier to move around, but at the same time, it's not necessarily the funnest stuff in the world to get what we got going on. But a little view through here. So, you heard me in previous videos, we talked about, I said we're at 9,500 feet. And actually, at the lowest part of our land is 9,500 feet, and then we are just right under 10,000. A lot of the land is just right around 10,000 feet, so both statements are true. Just depends on where you're at on the land. If you're down where the cows and the pigs and the goats are right now, that's our 9,500 feet. You go on the highest hill, you're pushing 10. Military training guys come through here, and they love to fly, which is basically over my head, right through there. They come through, they skim the top of the hill that we just looked at, and they come through that valley. They drop down. I'm not a great person on planes. They look like F-15s, F-14s, something of that nature. We also get Chinook helicopters that come through every so often, and we also get what look like Apaches, some form of attack helicopters. They do some training up here, and they do this whole region up through here because we're so high up. Every once in a while we'll get a transport plane, so they'll come flying. And because in Colorado Springs, of course, they got the Air Force Academy, they got Space Force down there, they got a lot of stuff. We're a few hours away from there, but you know, Colorado Springs is below 5,000 feet, and we're up here. Some of these mountain ranges are at 14,000 feet. We got a bunch of 14ers, as like they call them. So they like to bring the planes up here to give them the different elevations, the different winds that can hit them as they're flying. Gives them some terrain, and as a whole, there's not a lot of people up here, so they don't have to worry about doing it like in a neighborhood.
No.
All right, so we got us the cutters. There's that one. Hold that and I'll finish this up. Use this piece hopefully somewhere else. I think we're good right there. We'll go to the other side, cut it off, and then we'll finish up the ends.
And the ducks will be happy.
We still have to do it the old-fashioned way on the ends, but
I have gloves.
feel myself getting poked. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna get that off because I really think it's just gonna poke it. Come on, get in there. Ah, there we go. See, the ends are the only hard part when you get to the end of that wiggle wire because it's small. All right, then what we're going to do is we fold these over. You come in here, you make it taut, and you screw that in to help hold the end so no air gets underneath and tries to make it a lofting situation. So pick up a little bit of the mess here, switch tools, and we'll get on with those. Okay guys, well, we got the wood. We just use wood to hold the ends around. We got those on. We got the wiggle wire cut all in place. Oh, and by the way, I really like the wiggle wire. We don't get any money for it. We're not sponsors by anything. It's just something I found online when I got the film, watched the video on it. So yeah, we're not getting anything for it. This is an honest recommendation for it, that it's working really good for us. Now, it's the first time we use it, but it installs nicely. It installs secure so far. So I'll do, let you know later on down the road if it continues to hold well. So now what we got to do is we got to come through here and we trim it up. I cut the excess out so it's not sitting there flapping. And that's what I'm going to do now. And we just leave a little extra. We're not real scientific about it. It's just a matter of doing a cut. Try not to get too close to it. Animals in here are laying ducks, and they don't like to be scared. If they're scared, they don't lay. You want them to have an area that they feel totally comfortable with.
Because yeah, we've had the top off for a day or two, getting ready, and no eggs.
Yep. We've got approximately about 28 ducks in there. 25, 28, somewhere in there. And at least half of them should be laying eggs. There's some ones that should be starting next month if they're going to stay on schedule. So I have orders for duck eggs, so I need
them to cooperate.
Yes. We treat our animals the best we can. We try to treat them like we would our dogs, inside dogs and stuff. But at the end of the day, everything here has a job. And so we got to make sure everybody has the right atmosphere and stuff so they can do their job. You can't expect the ducks to do a good job when we don't give them the proper stuff they like.
Let's go see if any were brave enough to go inside yet.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That would be no. They don't spend. Yeah, they don't spend much time inside during the day. They like it out here.
All right, guys. We'll leave a little extra on here right now, just to make sure that we don't need to stretch it anymore. If it's too tight, we have to let any out. We put in a bunch of bedding for the ducks. You kind of see it down there. Put in 3 bags of wood chips for them. We got the ends all done. The next thing we're going to do with the whole setup is we're going to move it. We got some other stuff we need to get done first, but then we'll move it to a new area. We're moving the chickens and the ducks and turkeys and all that are going to be up front. When you come in across the ravine, there's a big circle. And since these guys are self-contained with the fencing and stuff, we decided we'd use that to move the meat birds, have the duck house, all that stuff would be right in there. You know, we really are trying to get the earth here back to good land, growing nice grass. So, but we're trying to do it the I can't even talk today again. Rejuvenating, using the animals and the manure and stuff to do that. No chemical fertilizers, nothing like that. Just trying to move them around, use stuff that like the wood chips, hay, things of that nature, cow manure, and then hopefully we can get this all growing a lot more. They said this next 10 years we're going to be getting a lot more moisture because the weather patterns changed, and we've noticed this year definitely we've gotten a lot more moisture. So the grass will come up, we'll get the cows and they're eating on that. So that's the end of this video. So please like and subscribe, share this video, hit the notification bell. And so this is the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe, help us out. We really could use the help. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and we will see you next time.